So following that disastrous performance at Villarreal in the Europa League on Thursday evening, we're back in Premier League action this weekend. We're here in the North East. This is the Newcastle United versus Arsenal match preview. Hello, I'm Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over and over again. In this video, I'm going to look ahead to Sunday's Premier League game here at St James's Park against Newcastle. I'm going to look at previous meetings. I'm going to look at current form. I'm going to predict the lineups and also give a score prediction. Just before I get into all that, I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, you like some reasonably positive Arsenal content. It's difficult in this current climate, but I'm trying my best. Please click on the subscribe button. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like as well. And if you've got any comments at all to make about this particular game at the weekend or anything else to do with Arsenal, please drop me in the comments box below. I love to hear from you guys, and I will try to reply to as many as I can. So in history then, Arsenal and Newcastle have met 186 times in all competitions. Arsenal have won 81, there's been 38 draws, and Newcastle have won 67. In fact, the very first ever meeting between the sides was both clubs' first ever match in the Football League. That was back in September 1893, finished in a 2-2 draw in Woolwich. Also, another significant game in history between their clubs. It was Arsenal's first ever game in the top flight of English football. Again, we played Newcastle, and this time we lost 3-0. In more recent times, we've had a great record against Newcastle. They haven't scored against us in our last 5 meetings. And in fact, we've won all of the last 6, scoring 14 goals and conceding just 1. We won 6 of our last 7 as well here at St James's Park. That only defeat came in April 2018. That was also in between 2 Europa League games as well. And in fact, we've won 16 of our last 17 matches against Newcastle in all competitions. That was since a 0-0 draw here on the opening day of the 2011-2012 season. Of course, the only game we didn't win in that run was, as I said, that defeat in April 2018. In fact, we've only lost 1 of our last 13 visits to St James's Park. That's in all competitions, and we've won 8 and drawn 4. In fact, after losing 4 in a row against Newcastle in January 1996, we've only actually lost 5 of the last 48 meetings between the sides. That's in all competitions. We've won 33, and there has been 10 draws. In fact, on our last 24 visits here to St James's Park, we've won 12, drawn 9 and lost just 3. So in terms of current form, then Newcastle come into this game on the back of just 1 defeat in their last 8 matches. That was a 3-0 defeat at Brighton in what at the time looked to be a relegation 6-pointer. But they are unbeaten, Newcastle, in their last 5 at home. That's 2 wins and 3 draws, including, of course, their last home game was a great victory over West Ham. In fact, their last 2 home games have both been against sides from London, having drawn with Tottenham in the previous home game. They haven't had a great record at home against London sides this season, though. They did lose at home to Chelsea. They drew with Fulham and also lost to Crystal Palace until these 2 most recent games. Of course, their top scorer is Callum Wilson. He's likely to return to the side this weekend following a layoff from injury. He's been on the bench in the last couple of games, so he's going to be the biggest threat. He's got 13 goals for Newcastle this season. In terms of our form, then, we've only won 2 of our last 9 matches in all competitions, and defeat at Villarreal actually ended a run of 7 games unbeaten away from home in all competitions. In fact, we are unbeaten in our last 4 away in the Premier League. That's 2 wins and 2 draws. That's since a 1-0 defeat at Aston Villa, which was back in February. So in terms of predicted lineup then, I believe that Arsenal are going to make a lot of changes for this game as it comes in between these 2 legs of the semi-final. I think many players who maybe didn't feature on Thursday will probably get a start in this game. So this is how I'm anticipating us to line up on Sunday. I think Matt Ryan will be back in goal. He recently played, didn't he, in the game against Fulham and did okay. So I think he'll give Bert Leno a rest ahead of the semi-final. I think the back 4, I think Bellerin will come back in at right back. He's not been playing much lately. I think he could do with some minutes anyway. I know he's on his way out of the club at the end of the season, but I would think he's going to start at right back. I think the centre backs may well be David Luiz and Gabriel. They've not played a lot of football recently. David Luiz just back from injury. This will be a good game to get him some minutes as well. And I believe at left back, I think Cedric will come in this game, maybe ahead of the Thursday night second leg, because I feel as though that's an issue in the team that needs to be sorted out. Maybe give Cedric another game there. I think in midfield, I think Xhaka will come back into midfield, and I think he'll partner Ceballos, because of course Ceballos is suspended on Thursday now anyway, so we might as well give him a run out in this game. And I think in the front four, I think Odegaard will probably start in the number 10 position. He looked a little bit off the pace on Thursday. I think he needs the minutes. I think Pepe may well start on the right-hand side. I think Martinelli will come in on the left, and I think Eddie Nketiah will probably start through the middle. I'm still not sure if Aubameyang's ready to start, although I expect him to come off the bench at some point in this game, hopefully get a goal or two to boost his confidence ahead of Thursday night. In terms of Newcastle team, and they've been pretty settled over the last few games. They are unbeaten in the last 5 matches, so you're not expecting too many changes there. Dubravka will probably start in goal. They've been playing a back five, so I think it'll be something similar again. It's Murphy's been on the right-hand side. They've had Clark, Dummett and Fernandes as the 3 centre-backs, with Matt Ritchie on the left. Of course, Lascelles as well can come in. Kraft as well played there. Manquillo as well. That's the options there. Maybe Lewis on the right as well. He did play earlier in the season, so there are options there. The 3 in midfield has generally been Almiron, Shelvey and Sean Longstaff. Of course, Joe Willock's been on the bench, hasn't he? He can't even play in this game. He's been quite effective. Be interesting to see how they get on without his impact. Hendrick, of course, is another player that's been featuring this season. Ryan Fraser as well. And in the front two, it has been recently Joe Linton and St Maximin back in the team. But I expect Callum Wilson to start this game. So I think it'll be Callum Wilson and St Maximin. Maybe Joe Linton might drop onto a wider position or possibly down to the bench. But they're the lineups I'm expecting for this game. So, score prediction then. Newcastle seem as though they're safe now. I do think they'll probably feel that they maybe need one more victory. So I'm sure that they're going to come out of this game looking to get that victory here, of course, following a great result they had last week away at Liverpool. Whereas for us, it seems like it's a totally irrelevant game, doesn't it? The league campaign's over. It's been over for a while, if we're honest. Our chance of getting in the top 6 or top 7 seems distant now. And it's probably just a matter of, I say, resting a few players, getting some minutes in other legs ahead of Thursday night's game. I just think the extra incentive for Newcastle to get that victory to guarantee their safety is probably going to go in their favour. Yes, we've got a great record in this stadium in recent years. Really, really good record, actually. We don't often lose here, do we? But the last time we did lose here, I say 2018, came in between 2 big Europa League games. I think the same's going to happen again. So I'm going to predict the final score here at St James's Park on Sunday. It'll be Newcastle 2, Arsenal 1. That's my preview of Sunday's game at St James's Park against Newcastle in the Premier League on Sunday. I'm not expecting too much from Arsenal, if I'm honest. I do think our priorities definitely lie elsewhere. We've got to throw everything into Thursday night. This game's almost a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it? Coming as it does in between those 2 games. But we're going to have to play it. I say it's an opportunity to get some minutes to certain players as well. And you never know, maybe Arsenal, without any pressure on them, might turn up with a good performance. But I'm not expecting that. I think Newcastle need the win to guarantee their safety. So I expect them to get that victory. But we'll see what happens. Let's just hope it's a good game for the neutral viewers. Stay tuned to the channel, because coming up I've got some great stuff as well. I am appearing on a Newcastle channel tonight at Bazza T's NUFC channel on YouTube, previewing this game. Of course, he was on my channel last night. I hope you tuned in to that show. And then of course tomorrow I will be doing a watch along of this game. Kicks off at 2 o'clock, so I'll probably go live about 1:45 with the team news, the build up and all that kind of stuff before full match commentary and analysis. And I may well do a fan cam show after the game as well. It's an earlier finish, have a bit more time, so I might get 2 or 3 fans on afterwards as well to do that again. Then on Monday I'll have a review video of this game as well, looking at the good and the bad. Before then, of course, heading into the big game on Thursday, I'll be building up to that as well. I'll have a live show possibly on Tuesday, and also as well I will be doing a full preview of that game as well, probably for Wednesday. And then, of course, a full watch along as well on Thursday night for the biggest game that we've experienced for quite a number of years. So loads coming up on the channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy this video as well, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and click the notification bell as well to get notified every time I release a new video. Please drop your comments in the box as well, what your thoughts are on this game. Do you think we're going to take it that seriously, or do you think it's just a matter of getting it played and moving on to Thursday? Let me know your comments in the box below. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching this video. I will try and keep things as positive as I can in the circumstances, but we'll see what happens. But I'll say join me tomorrow for the watch along. Look forward to that. In the meantime, of course, as always, come on you Gunners.